producer El Supremo Gary, get Willie on and keep Ben on. Willie, you're on the Voice of Texas. Thanks for joining us.
President Trump said we completely eliminated Iran's air defense systems.
He did.
So how did they get those? How did they get those planes down? Did they throw rocks at them or something?
They threw rocket-propelled, if you pardon the pun, okay, shoulder-armed weapons, including probably something like a Stinger, maybe I don't know if they have any of the old American versions, but I'm sure they have a Chinese or Russian knockoff.
Yeah, so Willie, whose name is probably not Willie, if I thought you were really interested in an explanation, I would give you one. Even when you have air supremacy, that doesn't mean complete safety. And our pilots find danger.
But we already won the war.
And it's just part of war, man. And unfortunately, I hope they find this pilot. But there's going to be casualties in a war. What you refuse to admit, and what people like you refuse to admit, is that the costs of what we're doing are worth what we're doing. And you don't imagine a world where Iran has nuclear weapons, or they may be allowed another year or two to develop 10 or 20,000 more ballistic missiles, or they spend the next couple of years reinforcing and reinvigorating all of the militias that have been degraded and destroyed by both the United States and Israel over the last couple of years. I realize you don't think it's worth it, but you do not want to live in that world. You do not want to live in that world.
Willie, I give you one response. Come on.
As someone who used to live in Israel, trust me, I have no love lost for the Iranian regime. My issue is that we have Beavis and Butthead running this war. I mean, Trump and Hegseth, can we have two bigger morons running the thing?
Could not.
We already won the war, didn't we?
Okay, well,
so
we're having a
90% of
Israelis
support this. 90% of Israelis are behind what Israel is doing in Iran. 90%.
I just told you, so am I. My issue is with the two people running it. We have two of the stupidest people around.
You don't want Israel going to war without the United States behind them. It would be a much bigger project.
Well, and Willie, look, it's either working and it's not, and and Eric and you obviously say it's not. And time will eventually tell all this.
Am I speaking?
Right?
Am I speaking a foreign language?
Willie, I think I'll let you go figure that out over the weekend. But no, as far as I know, you're speaking English. We're just not going to always agree. But thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and happy Passover, Willie.
Yep.
You can't. There's no win here. There's a gain, but the win is now. You leave. You declare a victory because there's nowhere else to go. You can't do anything else now, except blow up bridges, just blow up infrastructure to no gain.
Yeah, well, if you believe Trump, which I know you don't, he's talking about another 2 to 3 weeks.
Of course I don't. How could anyone, honestly? I mean,
well,
seriously?
Because he changes on the fly. But, his last conversation with himself said it was going to last another 2 to 3 weeks. And he isn't as preoccupied about guaranteeing, passage of crude oil through the Straits of Hormuz as the Europeans are, who are so dependent because of their idiotic energy policy.
Eric,
and the Chinese.
Eric, we don't need it. We've got our stuff, and Europe could buy from us.
That's why you leave.
Because
he really
they
believes that,
and we'll give them a great deal on the barrel cost. And so you're missing the point.
We can't win anymore. It's a guerrilla warfare. It's over. Go, leave, save some soldiers. Let's not lose anybody else. There's no gain. We've won. Go.
If they're
call or two in the meantime, because we got Mono Dia coming on shortly. Hey, can you put Roscoe on and without taking Ben off? Roscoe, you're up next on The Voice of Texas. Come on.
President Trump said the Europeans should just simply buy oil from us, the U.S.
That's what he said.
I'm not an economist, but wouldn't that kind of raise gasoline prices here? I mean, I don't have my degree from Trump University School of Griff.
Thank you.
But
let me give
you help me understand that?
Roscoe, and if that's who you are, let me give you the actual numbers. We're a net exporter, okay? Now, we do import some heavy crude, which AKA sulfur, and we do refine it, like from Venezuela, because we've got refineries that can crack that heavy crude.
Import was certainly a nice word there. Importing.
Right. But we're a total exporter in net because we've got all this sweet Permian crude that is, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and everybody should buy from us, Roscoe. And they should be buying natural gas too, because we got a lot of that, and we charge a lot less than the Russians.
Yeah, so do I.
We can make a better deal, so we need to do all that. So thanks for the call. Have a good weekend. All right.
Well, does it raise prices? His question was an economic question.
No.
Does it raise prices?
No. Look, here, if it raised prices, Eric, it also means it would lower prices. And it's a world market right now, and there's a
to my
differential.
economist. I wasn't making
I'm giving
point.
Ben a ringing bell. See, that's the truth.
That's what he was asking.
There's two. So the world crude oil is called Brent, which comes out of the Middle
North
East,
Sea.
and what comes out of the United States is mostly West Texas Intermediate. There's a spread. They roughly follow each other.
About
it's
$10
right
right now.
If you lose demand, if you lose supply in the one, you affect supply in the other, and you end up with more demand going to the other. So pretty much they're going to be in sync unless this administration decides to do something radical and separate the two crudes, which I wouldn't surprise me if they're considering.
Well, but one thing that has not moved up, there's